Hello everyone. Welcome to IAS. Let's discuss today's prelims topics. Question 1. With reference to clearing corporations, consider the following statements. 1. Clearing Corporation is an organization associated with an exchange to handle the confirmation, settlement, and delivery of transactions. 2. In order to make certain that transactions run smoothly, clearing corporations to become the buyer to every seller and the seller to every buyer. 3. All clearing corporations in India are supervised by SCBI. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 3 only. The answer is A. Clearing corporations fulfill the main obligation of ensuring transactions are made in a prompt and efficient manner. Clearing corporations are also referred to as clearing firms or clearing houses. The 6 CCs include Clearing Corporation of India, CCIL, supervised by RBI, Indian Clearing Corporation, NSE Clearing, MCX Clearing Corporation, supervised by SCBI, and India International Clearing Corporation and NSE IFSC Clearing Corporation, supervised by the FCSCA. Question 2. With reference to International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, consider the following statements. 1. The ICAO has been tasked to reduce carbon emissions from international civil aviation as one of its focus areas. 2. This is a specialized agency of the United Nations that coordinates the principles and techniques of international air navigation and fosters the planning and development of international air transport to ensure safe and orderly growth. 3. ICAO headquarters are located in Washington, D.C., USA. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 only. The answer is A. This has recently become the latest United Nations agency to join the International Solar Alliance, ISA. ICAO headquarters are located in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Question 3. Consider the following statements about Carbon Offsetting and Reduction Scheme for International Aviation, CORSIA. 1. It was developed by the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, and adopted in October 2016. 2. Its goal is to have a carbon-neutral growth from 2020. 3. CORSIA applies to both domestic as well as international flights. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. Starting in 2021, the scheme is voluntary for all countries until 2027. As the name suggests, CORSIA is a global offsetting scheme whereby airlines and other aircraft operators will offset any growth in CO2 emissions above 2020 levels. This means that aviation's net CO2 emissions will be stabilized, while other emissions reduction measures, such as technology, sustainable aviation fuel, operations, and infrastructure options, are pursued. It is anticipated that CORSIA will mitigate around 2.5 billion tons of CO2 between 2021 and 2035, which is an annual average of 164 million tons of CO2. This is equivalent to the total annual CO2 emissions from the Netherlands across all sectors. CORSIA helps aviation towards its midterm goal of carbon-neutral growth from 2020 onwards. CORSIA only applies to international flights. Domestic emissions fall under the purview of another UN agency, the UNFCCC, and are covered by the Paris Agreement. CORSIA uses market-based environmental policy instruments to offset CO2 emissions. Aircraft operators have to purchase carbon credits from the carbon market. Question 4. With reference to the recently released World Press Freedom Index, consider the following statements. 1. India's ranking in the 2023 World Press Freedom Index has slipped to 161 out of 180 countries. 2. For the 7th year in a row, Denmark ranked first on the index. 3. The situation has gone from problematic to very bad in 3 other countries. Tajikistan, down 1 at 153rd, India, down 11 at 161st, and Turkey, down 16 at 165th. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is B. The situation has gone from problematic to very bad in 3 other countries. Tajikistan, down 1 at 153rd, India, down 11 at 161st, and Turkey, down 16 at 165th. For the 7th year in a row, Norway ranked first on the index. But unusually, a non-Nordic country is ranked second, namely Ireland, up 4 places at second, ahead of Denmark, down 1 place at third. The Netherlands, 6th, has risen 22 places, recovering the position it had in 2021 before crime reporter Peter R. de Vries was murdered. According to the report, of the 180 countries and territories analyzed, the situation is very serious in 31 countries, difficult in 1942, problematic in 1955, and good or satisfactory in 52 countries. Question 5. Consider the following statements about the black tiger. 1. Simlipal has the world's highest rate of black tiger sightings in the world. 2. A black tiger is a rare color variant of the tiger and is not a distinct species or geographic subspecies. 3. The reason behind the majestic black stripes of melanistic tigers is mutation. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 only. Answer is C. The reason behind the majestic black stripes of melanistic tigers is mutation. They are Bengal tigers with a single base mutation in a particular gene. This mutation causes the tiger's distinctive black stripes to enlarge and spread into the orange background. Question 6. With reference to yellow fever, consider the following statements. 1. Yellow fever is an epidemic-prone mosquito-borne vaccine-preventable disease that is transmitted to humans by the bites of infected mosquitoes. 2. Yellow fever is caused by an arbovirus, a virus transmitted by vectors such as mosquitoes, ticks, or other arthropods, transmitted to humans by the bites of infected Aedes and Haemococcus mosquitoes. 3. The disease originated in Europe and spread to the Americas starting in the 17th century with European traveling there. Which of the following given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. The disease originated in Africa and spread to the Americas starting in the 17th century with the European trafficking of enslaved Africans from sub-Saharan Africa. These day-biting mosquitoes breed around houses, domestic, in forests or jungles, wild, or in both habitats, semi-domestic. Yellow fever is a high-impact, high-threat disease with a risk of international spread, which represents a potential threat to global health security. There are 3 types of transmission cycles. The first is sylvatic, or jungle, yellow fever in which monkeys, which are the primary reservoir of yellow fever, are bitten by wild mosquitoes that pass the virus on to other monkeys and occasionally humans. Question 7. Consider the following statements about ASEAN India Maritime Exercise, AIME 2023. 1. With AIME 2023, India becomes the fourth ASEAN dialogue partner, after Russia, China, and the US, to hold the ASEAN +1 maritime exercise. 2. In this, navies of the Philippines, Cambodia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, and Brunei will be participating. 3. The maiden exercise will be conducted off the coast of Thailand and will feature harbour and at-sea events off the coast of Singapore. Which of the following given above is correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 3 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. Answer is A. The maiden exercise will be conducted off the coast of Singapore and will feature harbour and at-sea events off the coast of Singapore. INS Delhi is India's first indigenously built guided missile destroyer, and INS Satpura is also an indigenously built guided missile stealth frigate and is fitted with state-of-the-art weapons and sensors. Question 8. Consider the following statements about pulverized coal injection. 1. This is a method for improving the performance of a blast furnace. 2. Rises in the cost of coke due to increased global demand and thus more competition for the resource have made this method attractive to the iron-producing industries and increased its value. 3. The most remarkable aspect of this method is that it allows for cheaper coal to be consumed in the system, replacing expensive coke, thereby remarkably cutting down on costs. Which of the following given above is correct? A. 1 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1, 2, and 3. D. 2 and 3 only. The answer is C. Pulverized coal injection was developed in the 19th century, but was not implemented industrially until the 1970s. The PCI method is based on the simple concept of primary air, termed the conveying gas carrying pulverized coal, which is injected through a lance to the tuere, mid-bottom inlet of a blast furnace, then mixed with secondary hot air, termed the blast, supplied through a blowpipe in the tuere and then piped to a furnace to create a balloon-like cavity called a raceway, which then propagates coal and coke combustion and melts the solid iron ore, releasing molten iron. The most remarkable aspect of this method is that it allows for cheaper coal to be consumed in the system, replacing expensive coke, thereby remarkably cutting down on costs. Because of the severe environment inside the furnace, 2000 K, visual observation of raceway shape and size is impossible. Therefore, remotely measuring sensors are used to investigate the chemical and physical reactions inside the furnace. Thank you everyone. Subscribe to UIAS.